Who built the pyramids? Gods? Lost technology? Or human genius? For thousands of years they have stood in silence. Rising from the desert sands of Giza, cutting into the skyline with impossible precision, the pyramids of Egypt have outlived empires, invasions, and time itself. They are older than Rome, older than Greece, older than almost everything we call ancient. And they leave us with a question that refuses to fade. Who built the pyramids? Were they the work of gods? The product of lost, advanced technology? Or were they built by human hands, driven by ambition, faith, and organization on a scale the ancient world had never seen? To understand the truth, we must travel back more than 4,500 years. Ancient Egypt was not a primitive society struggling in the sand. It was one of the most sophisticated civilizations on Earth. The Nile River flowed like a lifeline through the desert, flooding predictably each year and leaving behind fertile soil. To the ancient Egyptians, the pharaoh was not merely a king. He was divine, a living god on earth, the bridge between the human world and the heavens. His death was not an end. It was a transition to the afterlife, where he would join the gods and ensure the cosmic order continued. The pyramids were not monuments to mystery. They were monuments to eternity. The Great Pyramid of Giza, built for Pharaoh Khufu around 2560 BCE, was the tallest structure on Earth for nearly 4,000 years. It originally stood at 481 feet high. It contains roughly 2.3 million stone blocks, some weighing several tons. Even today, the scale feels overwhelming. How could a Bronze Age civilization move stones that heavy without cranes, engines, or steel tools? This is where theories begin to emerge. Some suggest divine intervention. After all, to ancient Egyptians, the gods were deeply involved in earthly affairs. The pyramids aligned with celestial bodies. Great Pyramid is nearly perfectly aligned with the cardinal directions: north, south, east, and west. Its precision seems almost impossible. Authors propose something more dramatic: lost advanced technology, ancient machines, forgotten engineering secrets, even extraterrestrial assistance. It is easy to look at something so massive and assume it could not have been built by people using simple tools. But archaeology tells a different story. Excavations around the Giza Plateau have uncovered workers' villages complete with bakeries, sleeping quarters, and medical facilities. These were not slave camps. They were organized labor communities. Evidence shows workers were fed well, treated for injuries, and buried respectfully near the pyramids they helped construct. Far from being whipped slaves, the builders appear to have been skilled laborers, craftsmen. Engineers, stonecutters, and seasonal workers who likely saw their work as a sacred duty. The stones themselves were quarried locally. Massive limestone blocks were cut using copper tools and stone hammers. Granite, used for interior chambers, was transported from Aswan, hundreds of miles away, likely floated down the Nile during flood season. As for moving the stones, one leading theory suggests large sledges pulled over sand. In fact, an ancient wall painting shows workers pouring water in front of a sledge, reducing friction and making it easier to drag heavy loads. Recent experiments have shown this method works, and the ramps. Scholars believe a system of straight, zigzagging, or spiral ramps allowed workers to gradually lift stones as the pyramid rose layer by layer. No magic, no lasers, no lost super machines, just mathematics, manpower, and meticulous planning. The ancient Egyptians were masters of geometry. They understood angles, measurements, and alignment with astonishing precision. The Great Pyramid's base is nearly level 2 within a fraction of an inch. Its orientation toward true north is remarkably accurate. This was not alien technology. It was human brilliance. Still, the myths persist. Why? Because the pyramids feel impossible. They challenge our assumptions about the past. We often underestimate ancient civilizations, imagining them as primitive compared to modern society. But intelligence did not begin with electricity. Innovation did not start with engines. The builders of the pyramids were engineers of their time. They used the tools available to them and pushed them to their absolute limits. And perhaps the greatest mystery is not how they built them, but why they built them so precisely. The pyramids were designed as eternal resting places. Their shape may symbolize the rays of the sun, connecting the pharaoh to Ra, the sun god. Their internal chambers were carefully positioned. Air shafts aligned with specific stars, possibly guiding the pharaoh's soul toward the heavens. In this sense, the pyramids were both architectural achievements and spiritual machines constructed not with advanced technology, but with advanced belief. The idea that gods built the pyramids is poetic. It reflects the awe they inspire. But the evidence points firmly toward human effort to organize labor, careful logistics, and generations of accumulated knowledge. Ironically, attributing the pyramids to aliens or lost civilizations diminishes the very people who actually built them. It was not supernatural power that raised the pyramids. It was coordination. It was mathematics. It was devotion. It was the will of a civilization determined to defy death itself. The ancient Egyptians did not need modern cranes or hidden energy beams. They had time, they had labor, they had faith, and above all, they had purpose. The pyramids stand today not as proof of alien visitation or divine construction, but as monuments to what humans can achieve when united by belief and ambition. And perhaps that is even more extraordinary. Because if human hands built something that could last 4,500 years, what does that say about us? The desert keeps its silence, the pyramids keep their shadow, and the truth remains etched in stone. They were built by people, by a civilization that refused to be forgotten.